everybody, it's Laura in the Pacific Northwest, and this is my balcony garden. I want to go out and show you guys a couple of updates, a few mistakes, and the reason why it's really kind of important to label your containers, or at least know what you're growing, because I'm a novice gardener. You guys all know that, and yeah, I've made a few blunders, but I think we're going to power through it, so let's go check it out. Okay, so we are on the north deck and we have had 4 days of 85-degree weather, which has been so goofy for this time. I mean, we were just pouring down rain a week ago, and then it was 85 degrees for 4 or 5 days, and then now we have rain clouds coming back. So, I mean, our springs here are usually not this bonkers, but we deal with it. So, here we have my first mistake that I was trying to tell you guys about is in the last video I told you that these are gladiolus. That's correct. These are glads. Those are correct. I said these were alyssums. I was wrong. These are bachelor buttons, and the reason I know that is because there is an app called Picture This, and if I can link it I will, but basically what you do is you take a picture of the plant and it tells you what it is, and lo and behold, that is a bachelor button. And here I tried to plant zinnias, they did not take, so I threw some marigolds in here, and those are actually coming up. Here, more marigolds and some squash. You can see the marigolds are kind of taken over. I don't know what this is. I will need to take a picture of it and identify it, but interestingly enough, this was a pot that was originally something else, and I didn't think it took. And so I planted the squash, and I think whatever was in there is popping up. So that's another thing too, is when you clean out your soil, make sure it's actually done. More of my squash is here. I mean, it's just growing. There is a one of my beans, I don't know which one. It's either a Kentucky pole bean, a pinto bean, or a bush bean. Don't know, but it's climbing, so that's cool. There's my raspberry, just taken off. When I first bought this plant, it was to the bottom rail, and now it's up to here. And one thing too that's really fun is this entire garden, everything on the front and back deck, every single thing I grew from seed except for my raspberries. My raspberries I bought from Fred Meyer, so that is thrilling for me. More of my squashes. Something is chomping on my leaves. I don't know what it is. There's no bugs, there's nothing to be seen. So if you guys have any ideas, and it's only that leaf and this leaf, so something is hungry. And again, there's no bugs that I can see, but somebody's getting fed. And then there's another bean back there. There are my sunflowers, they're growing. My hyacinth, and that is nothing but marigolds. It used to be a marigold haven plus one watermelon, and it just, yeah, took over. And then my cabbage, they're just, woo, they're growing. My broccolis, I put them in between these big plants because the wind was whipping so hard that I had to kind of keep them sheltered. My cauliflower, my dill. Guys, I've never grown dill before, and I think it's time to harvest, so I'm gonna try that in probably tomorrow. There's my parsley. More cabbage and cauliflower here. And then what's really interesting, you see this? Another mistake here. When I first planted in these grow bags, I planted potatoes, and they did not take, so I rifled through the dirt, took all the chit, C-H-I-T, y'all, not the other bad word, potatoes, seedling potatoes, out and planted pumpkin. Well, guess what? These right here are potatoes. Apparently I missed two. So I have potatoes and a pumpkin and marigolds all in that grow bag. So yeah, folks, don't do what I'm doing. I mean, I don't even know if those will all take, but we have a pumpkin growing on top and potatoes growing underneath. So we shall see what happens out of that. It's really funny, but you know, it's a novice gardener. Another pumpkin and marigolds. These are my carrots. See the wind just, this poor plant, it just, yeah, I'm gonna give these guys a really big drink after this video, so they'll be fine. But like, these are nice, hardy, strong leaves. That poor plant needs a drink of water. And these are parsnips and more squashes, and then down in here some more flowers, and then up here Again, gladiolus, daylilies. These, I don't know. Don't have a clue. And then here is, see, the wind just broke this poor leaf. We have a very, very easterly winds. Daylily, and then these are for sure, those are alyssums, and then these are some California poppy. So, okay, so this is my north deck, and tomorrow I am getting a screen to put here all the way around the deck. Actually, it's a 3-foot by 25-foot screen that will let a breeze through, but not these massive winds. I mean, I'm at the gorge, so you can see over there, that's Washington State, that's the Columbia River Gorge, and this is Oregon. So we get a bunch of gnarly winds up here. So I'm going to protect my garden as soon as I get that in the mail tomorrow. All right, coming out to the south deck is not as many mistakes, but you know, we're learning here. These are some peppers, and this is not a mistake, but this is really exciting. So look, these are my strawberries. I got strawberries, and then this is one that I bought. I bought these online, the actual bare roots. There's two different ones. There's a San Andreas type, and I can't remember the other one off the top of my head. I wrote it down, but I have two different types of strawberries in this stacky, and they're coming along. And for some reason, I read that you're not supposed to let your first generation strawberry plants go to fruit. I don't know why, but I'm letting mine go. More pepper plants here. Here's something that's interesting. I thought I was only planting one in each. There's two. There's two. There's two. So there's 6 plants next to each other. So we'll see how they fruit because they are so tight. These I did better. I only got one of each. That is a Walla Walla sweet onion. These are Walla Walla sweets. But look at this. Look at my shallots, you guys. Look at that. That one shallot just exploded. And they're still growing. I mean, they're not ready to be harvested yet. They're still nice and green. And then over here, one of the mistakes I did was not getting the sugar snap peas into bigger pots. Truth be told, I didn't have any bigger ones, and I didn't have the money to buy more. So I made do with what I had. And you can see this one, she's just not, I mean, she's ready to go. She didn't, I don't know why, because I grew them all at the same time. I do have some sugar snap peas on this one. And again, this is another one that's, I may have overwatered it. I don't know. Remember I told you about me reusing soil? There's something there. I think that's parsley in with one of the beans. There's dill. That's very clear. I think that's a flower maybe. And then there's another bean right here. I got to get some trellises in here. But yeah, my sugar snap peas, they're really yellow, and they look like they're either malnourished or too wet or something. I'm thinking, actually, I think I drowned them, truthfully. But anyway, we got some fruit off them at least, not very much. But it's what way garden, we learn. And then my calendula, they're doing great. My nasturtium. This is a Texas bluebonnet. I live in the Pacific Northwest. That is a plant from the South, and I grew it from seed, and it's growing. My husband is from Texas, so I'm very excited about that. These are my tomatoes. These are Bloody Butchers, grown from seed. Super happy. And then this is my honeydew. Again, needs to be in a bigger pot, guys. I need to buy bigger pots. More tomatoes, peppers, my one cucumber, more peppers, and then I had one leftover tomato plant, had nowhere else to put it, so there she is. All right. So as you can see, I'm doing the best that I can. I have 40 square feet on the south facing deck, 80 square feet on the front, and you know, you make it work. And so far with what I've got and the fact that I had to restart several things, we're making progress a little bit at a time. And I did get about 8 sugar snap peas so far, and I've already see fruit on the raspberry plant and on the strawberry plant. My shallots are going to be ready very soon. My carrots are going to be ready very soon. So now it's just a matter of wait, and the sun will hopefully pop out once this weather decides to cooperate. I mean, it is only May, and summer isn't until June 21st, and that's when here the weather really will start to heat up late June, early July. So this really isn't too, you know, uncommon for this time, but we went from super, super cold, really, really soggy, wow, sun, and then back to soggy again. So it's just, you know, we make it work. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them in the box below. Talk to you later. Bye.